Jenni Carlson here with Anthony Slater. We're at the Thunder practice facility. This is a Thunder update. And Anthony, we just heard from Sam Presti, the general manager of the team, his preseason media availability and a lot of Kevin Durant questions, as everyone probably assumes. And we found out Kevin Durant is cleared for all basketball activities at this point.
Yeah, there was a lot of words by Sam Presti today, a lot of big words. You kind of have to sift through it a little bit. But, I mean, like you mentioned, the big news of the day, no limitations is the way he put it. He's been playing 5-on-5 contact. Camp begins Tuesday, which actually is Kevin Durant's 27th birthday, coincidentally. And it sounds like he's going to be back to basketball activities. He didn't say specifically how they're going to monitor stuff this year, but it sounds like there's going to be some two-day practices where he may only practice once. Maybe as it gets into the season, it would be smart to rest him on some back-to-backs. They're not, telling us their plan, but at this point, I mean, you got to monitor the guy.
Shocking they're not telling us their plan all out, I know, for most people. Yeah, obviously some talk, too, about Kevin Durant and free agency as he comes up on that big decision come next summer. Sam Presti, again, not showing many cards in regards to that, but what do you feel about the Kevin Durant free agency at this point that maybe was changed or altered a little bit by what we heard from Presti today?
Not much really altered. I mean, Presti's theme of it all is kind of if you're worried about what happened, last season or what's ahead next season, you're going to forget about what's happening now. And it sounds corny in a lot of ways, but he's right in some sense. I mean, this is a monster, huge season for the Thunder, but it's something Thunder fans should embrace. I mean, this may be the most interesting, entertaining season in the next 2 decades, especially if Durant does decide to go elsewhere. And in a lot of ways, we don't know what's going to happen now. I don't think Kevin Durant knows what's going to happen now. Is this team a title contender this season? Looking ahead, we'll see. Presti didn't reveal much, but I think this season is going to reveal everything we need to know.
Sam Presti did say, it's not something that he has regular conversations with Kevin Durant about, but he said Kevin Durant knows how we feel about him, and I think that probably goes without saying. But Kevin Durant wasn't the only guy talked about today. Serge Ibaka, who also was injured late last season, he was talked about. Dion Waiters, who was obviously a midseason acquisition in his role. Just a lot of different guys, different pieces that'll come into play here, Anthony. A little bit of news in Serge Ibaka that knee, he's had a little bit of soreness. Anything to be concerned about there?
That's the kind of the funny thing. So much was talked about Durant today and his foot and, his health moving forward, which is, hugely important. But if we remember back last season, Kevin Durant was not the only guy hurt. Literally pretty much everyone on the roster was, including Serge Ibaka late in the season. You mentioned, he had that knee cleanup that was supposed to be 4 to 6 weeks. There was even talk if they made the playoffs, he was maybe going to try to get it back in about Game 3 or Game 4 of the first round. And then suddenly this summer he doesn't play in the NBA Africa game. There was maybe some lingering stuff. Today, Sam Presti revealed there was soreness, but I guess the good news, he's supposed to be ready for camp. Apparently all 15 have been cleared for camp. That includes Josh Huestis, who had a pec injury. So good news for now, but I mean, everyone needs to be monitored because the last preseason, everyone was available day 1, and about 4 guys were available by day 15. So.
Yeah, probably something we don't want to bring up. This is obviously the first of many days of Thunder as the preseason gets kicked off next Tuesday. They'll have Media Day on Monday. We'll be there, and then obviously as training camp gets underway, we'll have all your coverage. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoma.